kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. Shedding the tackle. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 23 yards the pickup there. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Does the big boy have the juice? And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Lambeau on for the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Winds up and lets it. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Terrell Edmonds on the.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
And Gold is able to put it through. And that will the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First down, Jaguars.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Kamara. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
33-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The quick throw complete into the flat out left. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And this is 3rd.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. But first down, Hurts steps away to his left. There he goes, left side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 23-yard run. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off, too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. And the lead is now 24. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone.
Josh Lambo.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Matt Ioannidis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second down. Here's Hurts. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A gain of 6.
Hurts.
1st down, Jaguars.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Alvin Kamara. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And it's 3rd.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the 1st by a few yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the 2nd half in Week 8 in the NFL. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
27-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Flush to his right. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. They'll run. This is Kamara. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Complete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Kamara trying again. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Jaguars are pouring it on.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at the time, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the 44-yard line.
Once again, it's Mostert. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Taking a shot for Samuel, and that is incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they're not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 20.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. This is out quickly to the right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes they think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the Niners' 27-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Garoppolo finding Goodwin. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the 49ers able to get this back to some measure of respectability. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They begin with a quick throw out left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of 16, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
49ers 10.
Running with Kamara. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take. Hurts fumbles it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game, and when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Kamara. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easy. And this time he is in. Yes. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense is run. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Going up top for Miller. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was affected, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Complete.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Out to his left. Now he'll pull it, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced it.
Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the...
Racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Like the gold place. We pulling up with the whole squad. Are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo de Gallo? Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley.